Hello everyone, welcome back to Yo-Yo Huang's Chinese class. Today we will continue lesson 14. First, we are going to take a look at the notes. Notes 1, how to say this character. That's 过, correct. The pinyin is 歌乌哦过. It's the full tone, 过. So if I'm going to type the Chinese, it will be the option 2, but I'm going to type the pinyin over here. So this is 过. It's the structural particle here. So like what I mentioned in our last class, this 过is combined with an actual verb, which means that the action has been completed, has already experienced. For example, let's take a look at the 3 example sentences over here. 他们来过我家。来 this is 来 which is come to my home 我家 my home my house. So they have been to my home or have visited me before. That's 来过 came to 来过. And this verb is can, watch something, see something, to look at something, can. Like 看书, 看电视, 看电脑, 看电影, this can, right? So even without pinyin, you should be already able to have the intuition or have a familiar character sense that this is can. 看过, which means have seen, already saw something before, right? So this is 电影, so the movie, 电影, and the pinyin here is 电影, 电影. So we can take a look over here, 电影. Okay, that's the pinyin. And then here the sentence is 我看过那个电影。看过我 I have seen or I saw that movie. So this means that I have already seen that movie, I saw that already. So with 过 combined with the actual word as past tense, already happened. And then the third one, this is 去. It's go somewhere, right? Go there, go somewhere, 去过 have been there, have gone there before, I went to there before, for example, like this. So the other sentence is 我去过中国. 中国 is China, right? So here this sentence means I have been to China. I went to China before. So I've already done this action before. 去过. And for the negative way, saying that I didn't do this before, I haven't do this before, we are going to add 没有 in front of the actual word. For example, if here, they haven't been to my house, 他们没有来过我家。我没有看过那个电影。我没有去过中国 which means the negative way that I didn't do this action before. Just for example, like exactly the same as the example on top of here. Of course, when we use 没有, it's totally fine that we just say 没. They are the same, so it just depends what's your favorite. You can choose 没 or 没有. But of course, in listening exercise, you have to understand that 没有 and 没, they are the same, all right? So let's repeat those sentences again together. 他们 没有来过我家。我没有看过那个电影。我没有去过中国。Great. And then the first part will be the question expression here. So, same, we are going to use 没有, but we are not going to put them in front of the actual verb. Because if we put them in front of the actual word, like 来过 and 没有来过, this means the negative, right? That I didn't do this, they didn't do this, to express if if they have that or not, if they have done this or not. We are going to use 没有, but we put this 没有 at the end of the sentence. For example, 他们来过你家没有? So it's the statement, right? The statement is 他们来过你家. I'm not sure. I want to say 来过你家 or not. So we can add 没有 at the end of this sentence. Actually, this is exactly the same as 吗. So if you still remember the question symbol 吗 at the end, which one? Should be the second one, right? 吗 here. And then we add a question mark here. So if we are not going to use 没有, 他们来过你家吗? This also represents the same meaning of 他们来过你家没有? They are the same, all right? So this is also a yes or no question. So either they have been to my house or they haven't been to my house. That's just a yes or no question. We can use 没有 at the end of the sentence to tell people that this is a question I'm asking you. Or we can also use 吗 at the end of the sentence to tell people that, yeah, I'm not asking you. You can answer either yes or no, or you can say you don't know. 不知道, right? 我不知道. I don't know. 我不知道. All right, so let's take a look at the second example here. 你看过那个电影没有? Yeah, so for the pronunciation or for the speaking, for the oral expression, just try your best to say the sentence smoothly. So do not just stop over here and suddenly add 没有 at the end of sentence. So this makes actually not so much sense. So you're going to say that together. Say this part together. 你去过中国没有? So totally together. So 中国没有，那个电影没有，你家没有。It's like this kind of pronunciation over here. All right. So, then let's make a sentence of our own. For example, have you eaten McDonald's today? So I'm going to make a sentence with this structure. First is the question, right? I'm going to ask you, have you eaten McDonald's today? This should be, what is today in Chinese? 今天, correct. So we are going to put today at the beginning of the sentence, but surely you can put the time. So in any part of the sentence, we just make it easier. We're going to put it at the beginning of the sentence. So this is, the question is, 今天你 have you eaten? So did you eat? Have you eaten? I ate. So this action has been completed. So what I want to ask is if this action already completed, if you already have taken the McDonald's, right? So we use 过. Excellent. So we just learned this 过 structure. 今天你 eat 吃 completed this 吃 action. 吃过 McDonald, our best friend. 麦当劳 So it should be this one. 麦当劳 Question ending? 没有 Alright, add the question mark here. 今天你吃过麦当劳没有？今天你吃过麦当劳没有？ If it's a yes answer, how they ask, how we answer, I would suggest at our beginning of learning Chinese, just try our best to complete the answer, but surely we can also shorten them by just saying, yeah, 是的, or 对, or the complete answer. 是的。今天我吃过麦当劳 and we make it more correct, not saying correct, but more oral expression like native speaker. We are going to add le at the end of the sentence, right? This means that the whole action is completed. It's already happened. So our yes answer will be 对 or 是的。今天我吃过麦当劳了。Alright, then we are going to take a look at the negative answer. So I haven't eaten McDonald's today. No, I didn't eat McDonald's today. So because here is used 没有. This means didn't have, right? So if we just take a look at this single character, this single word, this is didn't have, didn't possess, didn't have, there is not. 没有 can simply say 没有, which means no. Of course, we can say 不，我今天没吃过麦当劳。不是，没有。Those all negative short answer are totally fine. All right. So in this sentence, because ask is with 没有, so why not we take it simply as our negative answer as a no. 没有 Okay, 没有 To complete this answer, 今天我 a negative with 过 should be put the 没有 in front of the actual word, right? 没有吃过麦当劳. All right, so there's no le at the end of the sentence because this is a negative expression. Very good. So if you want to say no, I didn't eat any McDonald's today, this will be 没有。今天我没有吃过麦当劳。Very good. And then the second note, we are going to take a look at the conjunctions. 虽然，但是 Very good. So the pinyin over here, 虽然思微虽日安然虽然 this means although, right? Although. And then the other one, this is 但是登岸但是 they are both fourth tone. 但是 very good. 但是 over here. So these other conjunctions in Chinese, there is a big difference between we use the conjunction in English or in German compared to in Chinese, because in the Chinese expression, they are always together. The combination are always together. And in English, we use although, we will not use but at the same sentence, right? However, in Chinese, they are together. We have learned another conjunctions before. It's because. So in Chinese, it's 因为所以 right? So 因为所以 because 因为所以 so. So this when we use 因为所以 they are also together. And now we are going to learn a new conjunction is although, but 虽然但是 they are also together. All right. So if there might be some exercise or the exam questions saying that you need to choose the correct conjunctions to combine as I'll say a complete sentence in your reading exercise or writing exercise, right? So you will know that, oh, 虽然 although I'm going to combine with a but 但是 I will not combine with a 所以, right? So they are together. They are a group. They are together. All right. So 虽然但是 they are forming a complex sentence. Yeah, indicating an stimulations. Okay. Then we are going to take a look at the example sentence over here. So these three sentences, I am not sure if you feel a bit panic of them because those sentences are totally without pinyin. So we try together to understand what this sentence meaning. All right. The first one, 虽然外面很冷，但是房间里很热。So this is an opposite, saying something opposite, right? 外面 outside, outdoor, 很 which means very, right? Very. Outside is very 冷. What is 冷? 冷. It's outside is very cold, right? Oh, very cold. Like my background over here. Very cold outside. Yeah. So although outside is very cold, 但是 but 房间里 房间 is the room, that's Zimmer, right? The room. 里 So we see why 里 that's also an opposite word. 里面的 This is indoor, inside, right? 很热 热 is very warm, very hot. So you can see that this sentence is easy to understand now. 虽然外面很冷，但是房间里很热。All right, so the second example sentence over here. 虽然 although, though, 虽然汉语 remember 汉语 is Chinese, right? 汉字 is the character, is the word, the character. So 汉字 is the Chinese characters. 很难 this is 难 means very difficult. I need to write down the pinyin here because it's a new word for us. 难 coming to here 难 the second one 难 很难 means 很 difficult, very difficult. So although Chinese characters are very difficult, 但是 but 我很喜欢 like, right, like to do something, keen on doing something. 我很喜欢写汉字写 write down, right? CA 写汉字 but I like writing Chinese characters very much. So this 虽然 and 但是 so although but they are opposite, we are going to use or the opposite adjective or description when we are expressing something. So although this task very difficult, I still like it. 虽然这个很难，但是我很喜欢。And also, although my girlfriend is angry, but but yeah, I still love her. 虽然我女朋友很凶，虽然我女朋友很生气 although my girlfriend's very angry, I still love her. 但是我很喜欢她，但是我很爱她。So you can like make fun of your girlfriend, boyfriend. That's how we use 虽然 and 但是. All right. Okay, so the first example sentence. This is the sentence from the text, right? 虽然是晴天，但是很冷。Although it's sunny, it's still so cold. 晴天 sunny day, cold 冷. Alright, so not very difficult in this part. And our first note will be the how to spell it. Sorry, how to pronounce it. 次 This, right? The pinyin is 次. Let me add the pinyin start mark over here. Yes. So 次 is it's easy to understand once, twice, 3 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. It's the times over here in Chinese. We say 次, 一次, 两次, 三次, 四次, 五次, 10次, 100次, 1000次, right? So there's a very famous saying that if you like practice 10,000 times, you will become an expert in some area. You remember that very famous saying? So yes, if you practice 1,000次 1,000 times, sorry, 10,000 times. All right, so let's take a look at the example over here. 我们看过3次电影. So that's telling us which position this 3 times, 5 times, 100 times they are in a sentence to express our meanings. So how many times we have done this action before, like this. So we will put the times, like 5 times, 6 times. We'll put this 次 following the whole part of the action which has already completed. So here you can simply remember it. So put following 过, because if you think that 看过 is a complete action part, 看过3次电影, we are going to put the times following the action over here. 我们看过3次电影, 电影 the movie, right? So in this sentence, it means we have seen 看过 3 times this movie. So it's different from English. If we say, we have seen this movie 3 times, right? We have seen it twice. We have seen it 10 times. But in Chinese, the times, the how many times, is no longer at the end of the sentence. We combine this to tell, to describe, to tell the details of this action. So, I have seen 3 times of this movie. It's more like this kind of expression, right? So remember the times, how many times is following the real action here. The second example, 他们 they, right? 他们坐过一次飞机。飞机 is the plane, yes. So 一次 once. 坐飞机 so same as like 坐汽车 right? 坐火车坐车坐飞机 to sit on a transportation. And this one, this sentence should be the sentence from the text, right? 我在这个商店买过一次东西。So I 在这个商店，商店 is the store, the shop. It could be a clothes store, could be like whatever sells toys or grocery, something like this, a store. 我 at this store 在 so this telling a position, a location 在 where are we? Where am I? 在这个商店买 to buy something, right? So 买过 I have bought. I've already bought something in this store once. 一次 once. All right, so we are now looking at when the object of a verb is a place. Okay. The complement frequency can be put either before or after the object. Like 我们去过3次北京. It's also totally fine. We say 我们去过北京3次. So it sounds more like the English position. So for a location, for a place, it's totally fine to put it at the end of the sentence, or we can put the times. How many times at the end of the sentence? Surely I will suggest when we are like the beginner of Chinese language, just to remember, if you want to say it, always let these times follow directly after the action, but we still need to know that for the location is totally fine for them to say 他们来过中国一次. We know exactly how this meaning, all right? So I know that it's much easier to just remember, all right, so I use the times just following the verb, that's it, that's all for me. But if it's in a listening exercise, in the listening exam, if they say it like 我上星期去过医院一次, you will still understand what's the meaning, all right? So get to know more of the speaking habit of it. It's very helpful. Not only that we say it in Chinese, but also improving our listening skills when we are facing the listening exam in HSK 2, for example. All right, so yeah, so this is it. This is the example sentence when they put these times at the end of the sentence. All right, so this is another way. This should be a must. So if it's a personal pronoun, like him, her, it, them, so the time should definitely put at the end. 我们找过他3次. 我们找过3次他. there's no issue if we put 三次 with 找过 together. It's so rarely to hear people say something as this. So when we use the 他们 those pronouns, just simply put the times at the end of the sentence. I mean, so this is something more frequently used, but it doesn't mean that if you put 三次 following the verb, there's no problem. It just sounds very strange if you say like this. So just practice as the textbook said. 我们找过他3次。他们看过我1次。Means they've been visiting me. They have visited me once. 老师叫过我2次。The teacher called my name twice. Over here. All right, then exercise. First is the role play dialogue based on the text we have learned in our previous lesson. All right, so the first question is, 他们看过那个电影吗? And this is a yes or no question, right? Either they have seen that movie or they haven't seen that movie. So our answer will be yes, they have seen that movie. 是的。他们看过那部电影。Or no answer, the negative will be 不。他们 the negative way to say to combine with 或 will be 没有 very good. 他们没有看过那部电影。Oh, sorry, that's 那个电影。So we can use 不 this one 不 it's not no, all right, it's this character also pronounced 不 to act as the measure word of a movie. We can also use 个 as the measure word for a movie. And then the second question, 他们想几个人去看电影？几个人？几个 means how many people they want. 他们想 they want 几个人 how many people, how many persons go see movie. So if we translate it single word by single word, it will be this meaning. So in the text will be 3 people, right? So how they ask, how we answer. 他们想3个人去看电影。Very good. And then here, 他们想来中国做什么? The question is asking to do what, right? Do what? What they are going to do. 做什么? 他们想来旅游 traveling, remember? 旅游 actually not really remember. I remember not very clear of the text, what the text said, but we can make it up as 旅游 yeah. So for typing in our English letter keyboard, there is no U, right? The U. So we will use V as U to type it in the keyboard 旅游 over here. But please, if there is any exercise in your Chinese exercise book or in the exam, do remember to write correct U. So U under and then add 2 dots on top of the U. So it's just a slightly difference how we type, how we find U in the keyboard with Pinyin typing method. All right, so this is 旅游 oops, yeah, get like this. a great thing for me is I have the German keyboard. I can type 吕 over here. But apparently in my Pinyin typing method, I'm going to type LV here. All right, so the question number 4 here. 为什么他明天不能去跑步？为什么 is why, right? But whom? 为说为什么 we can make it as a complete answer. 因为 because because she's sick, or because tomorrow is raining, it's a rainy day. So there are many reasons we can say 因为明天下雨 because tomorrow rains. And a very easy answer of it. All right, then the last question. 女的觉得这个商店的东西怎么样 ？Good. Oh, one thing when we take a look at this question, 女的 it's actually a very, how to say, not polite way. The not polite way to say that woman, that lady. We know that 女 is female, right? So if we use 女的 to indicate a person, it means that woman, all right? So that female, it's extremely not polite. We say it as this. So we can say that lady. So lady, woman, miss. We can say 女士. 女士 means hey lady, ladies. Yeah. Or we have learned 女生, right? 女生 or 女孩. So 女生 and 女孩. These two means the young ladies. For the general, that woman, we can say 女士. 女士. So the pinyin will be 女士. 是 here. 女士. This one, 女士 over here. And do not use 女的 as this textbook used. It's a very impolite way to say that woman, and it also makes you not respect to woman time. You know what I mean? So if I'm a lady and you told you want to point it out and say, hey, that 那个女的怎样怎样的那个女的it means you hate it. You really hate that woman. So of course between friends, if they are gossiping that woman is so insane, so impolite, so it's totally fine to say 女的. So it's kind of negative feeling, so negative, so angry, so look down on the female you are breaking it. Of course, when we say 男的, that's also the negative way to say it. 那个男的真的很没礼貌. For example, so I'm going to say that guy over there is so impolite. 那个男的, 那个女的, 那个男的. So it's kind of impolite. And to say it as a polite way, we are going to use 女士 to express that woman, 女士. So that woman, she think, how is that thing? How is the stuff in the store? How? 怎么样? How does she think? So she think it's quite expensive, right? Remember it? Just say that woman, 那个女士觉得这个商店的东西很贵. Okay, that's our answer. All right, then we came to my favorite exercise. Describe the pictures using the new word. 你以前. So 以前 means in the past. 以前 this new word here. 以前. 这个是樱桃 the cherry. We call it 樱桃 in Chinese. So, but we're going to fill in the blank with what we've learned just now. Should we have you tried this before, right? Have you eaten this kind of fruit before? Should be 吃过 right? 吃过，我们吃过麦当劳，吃过。All right, and then 去年means last year. What is next year? Next year is 明年 yeah. And this year 今年 great. 我去年probably I have visited your 姐姐 once 一次 right? So 看过 visit somebody 看过 yeah. All right, next one. 虽然天气很冷，但是它 although the weather is cold, 但是他去游泳了 means that he went swimming. 他去游泳了 So here I want to express but he went swimming. Why I don't add 过 when I say 去? Because 去过 is this action has been completed. It has stopped already. It stopped. So in this sentence, I want to say he went swim. He went to swim. He went swimming. He did go already. He did go out already. But I am not sure if right now he is still swimming or he just finished and come back home. So I don't know if this action is still continuing for the person. So we are not going to add 过 to combine as a 去过 in this sentence. So I simply know that he went swimming. I know he went out. I know he went out for swimming, but I didn't know if this is already finished. All right, so we use 去游泳了 to say he went swimming. Okay, 虽然 although also 虽然 here 英语 this is English 英语很难we've learned this 很难 means very difficult, right? 但是他 but she still like it, but she still like reading English books. We can say that. 但是她喜欢 yeah, but she still like it. That's also fine. 但是她喜欢 and all right, pronunciation easy. 今天天气真好啊。这个汉字真难写。这件衣服太漂亮了。Easy, right? So 语字头 the radical with this like rain, right? The rain. It means some weather that related to rains. For example, 雪 snow 下雪means slowing. 雾起雾 So we this is the note, the object of the snow, the fog. If it's an action, we say 下雪. Oh, sorry. 下雪. It's here. 下雪. For fog, become foggy. Fog is rising. We say 起雾. Right, 起雾. That's 起床的起雾。All right, and 贝字旁贝 this is about money. 贝财次癌财 it means the wealth. 货和无偶货 means the goods. And application, we are going to use 虽然但是 to make our own conjunction sentence over here. For example, 虽然这件衣服很漂亮，衣服 is the clothes, right? The clothes is 漂亮 is pretty, but is too expensive. 但是太贵了 too expensive. No money to buy it. 我没钱买，没钱。No, I don't have money. 没钱。And A said, 虽然今天天气很冷，但是 but I still want to go out to eat McDonald's. We can say, 但是我 I still want to. We are going to add still to like stress this action, to emphasize this action. The still in Chinese is 我还是想 go out 出去 go out 出去 go out to eat McDonald's 出去吃麦当劳 So this to complete the sentence it will be 虽然今天天气很冷 Today is very cold 但是我还是想出去吃麦当劳 But I still want to go out to eat McDonald's. That's this meaning. Good work. So good work is going to use 过 an action which is already completed. 我在北京买过一件很漂亮的衣服。So you're going to add the location to add more details with this structure 过 over here. Example, yesterday I have eaten a very delicious McDonald's. So we are going to do this sentence. 昨天我吃过很好吃的麦当劳。Oops, 麦当劳。So we can add a lot of details. Where? 昨天我在 probably in let's say in 广州 right? 我在广州歌舞昂广是欧洲。昨天我在广州吃过 have eaten 很好吃的 very delicious 麦当劳很好吃的麦当劳。All right. So that's for today. And in our next class, we are going to start our last lesson in HSK 2. Please don't forget to finish the exercise book. If you have, there are many like not so easy questions over there. Yeah. So exercise book, do not forget it. And also try to make some lessons when you review what we have learned today. In our next class, we will continue lesson 15. Last class. That's great. Yeah. That's what we are going to learn in our next lesson. And I hope you enjoyed today's class. And see you next time. Bye bye.